What's going on, guys? Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Creating Your Life with Will. I know you could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, so I appreciate your time. I hope you're having an amazing day. I'm having an awesome day myself. So I just wanted to come up here and briefly just to talk about something that I think hinders a lot of people from achieving their goals. And that thing is what I call self-limiting beliefs. Now, you ask me, what is a self-limiting belief? To me, I feel like it's a negative perception or negative view of yourself that you tend to believe. Like, for example, when you hear people say, I can't do this, I'm not smart enough, I don't have enough experience, I don't come from a family that has success. Those are all self-limiting beliefs because what you speak out of your mouth dictates how you maneuver in life. It dictates how you carry yourself in life. And the saddest thing about it is self-limiting beliefs don't have to be true. A lot of times they're not true, to be honest with you, but we tend to believe or take them as truth. So even more important, let's discuss, where do self-limiting beliefs come from? And a lot of times they originate from your childhood. Let me give you an example. Let's say you grew up in a household where your parents talked down to you. They told you you'll never be nothing. You can never do nothing right. Those type of exposures at a young age can impact you years down the road. Let's say you was in a situation where you was growing up and maybe your peers made fun of you, told you you wasn't attractive, or told you, you're not good enough, or told you you're not cool. Whatever that is, peer pressure can be tough at that age. But those actual experiences, especially at a young age in the childhood area of life, can be detrimental because as a child, we soak up a lot of information when we're adolescent. We're being exposed to life. We're learning life. We're learning how to operate. We're learning who we are. We're developing our own personality. So those type of exposures can impact you so much in life. But here's the great thing about it. Beliefs are not facts, okay? They're just someone's perception of you, or they're just someone's opinion of you based on how they see life. It doesn't have to be your reality. So here's the important question you have to ask yourself. How do we overcome a self-limiting belief? There's 4 ways you can do that. The first thing you have to do is you have to recognize and acknowledge that self-limiting belief. So what I did, because I'm gonna be honest with you, as I was maturing, growing through life, going through different scenarios, developing as a man, I had self-limiting beliefs that I put on my own self. And in order to overcome those, I had to really address those issues. So I had to look at areas in my life where I really wasn't performing, where I really couldn't maximize or conquer that area. And the reason I say that is because a lot of times your self-limiting beliefs are going to show up in areas where you're not performing your best at, right? Because those beliefs are limiting you. So I looked at all the areas in my life that I wasn't winning at, the areas of life that I was struggling at. And I identified if there was a limiting belief in that area. Now, once I identified it, I kind of analyzed why that belief was there. So let me give you an example. Let's say you want to start a new business. A limiting belief would be, I can't do it. I don't believe I can do it. I don't believe I'm smart enough, or whatever that belief is, right? A lot of times the limiting belief is covering a much deeper issue. And what I tend to find out is a lot of times those limiting beliefs kind of block us from our fears, or we use them to avoid our fears. What do I mean by that? So going back to starting a business, let's say that individual, maybe as a child, their parents told them they could never do anything right. You can never get it right. Well, deep down inside, you may be fearful of stepping out of your comfort zone and starting that business because you're afraid that you might not get it right. You're afraid that with all the stuff, the negative energy that you've heard down through the years may be right. So you get scared of stepping out of your comfort zone. And then to compensate for that, you say to yourself, I'm not smart enough, or I'm not creative enough, or I'm not good enough. And that self-limiting belief becomes a way for you to cope with dealing with the fear of stepping out of your comfort zone because you don't think or believe you can do it. See, Once you acknowledge it and look at it, you can address it. And like I said, most times it's going to be in an area where you're not performing at. But let me tell you this. Once you acknowledge and recognize what the issues are that are being impacted by the self-limiting belief, the second step to overcoming them is understanding it is all in your head. See, like I said before, beliefs aren't facts. So if someone is telling you you're not good enough, or someone's telling you can't be great, or someone's telling you to stop because you don't have what it takes, that's their perception of you. That's their opinion. That doesn't mean that it's your reality. When you really, really come to the realization that all of the limiting self-beliefs are in your head, it kind of empowers you because you can move fearlessly. You can move with a mindset knowing that I just created a facade that was hindering me, that I was able to kick down. I want you to understand this. Anybody that you see doing anything great in life, there was a point in time where they weren't able to perform that good at that particular thing in life. Well, what happened was they kept pushing through. When they may have started, they may not have believed they could do it. They may not have had the confidence, but they did it anyway. And what they found out was a lot of times they was better at it than what they thought. It's not as bad as I thought. Wow, why didn't I do this earlier? Limiting self-beliefs are always in your head. You don't understand how powerful, you don't understand how much talent you have inside of you. You don't understand everything you need to win in life is already in you. So you got to get out of your own head. That's number 2. You got to get out your own head. All right? You got to understand it's not real. It's just in your head. So now that you finally understand that all these self-limiting beliefs are in your head, the third thing you have to do to overcome all of your self-limiting beliefs is you have to develop new beliefs that empower you. You have to start believing that I am more than a conqueror. You have to start believing that I can do anything. You have to start believing in you. And that takes time. But you have to start somewhere. You have to start. Today could be that day for you. Today could be the day that you start believing totally different about yourself in spite of what everybody said, in spite of what you heard, in spite of what you always thought. Today could be the day that you change the narrative of how you believe and see yourself. Because how you think determines how you move in life. It determines how you carry yourself in life. Now, I understand changing your beliefs and developing new beliefs isn't going to be easy. It's going to be a process. That's why the fourth thing you must do in order to overcome all self-limiting beliefs in yourself is to surround yourself with people that have the beliefs that you want to demonstrate in your own life. See, we live in an information society. You got to get mentors. If you can't physically meet a mentor, you can go on YouTube. I have hundreds of mentors I've never met, but I've went on YouTube, watched their videos. I've read their books. I've listened to the audios, their speeches. You got to keep yourself around like people that have what you want, or like-minded people that think the way you want to think, because that's going to encourage you to keep going. That's going to encourage you when you get down. That's going to encourage you when you want to go back to your old self-limiting beliefs. Being around people or keeping audios in your mind, in your ear, keeping those stuff in your mind is going to help you when it comes time to face those self-limiting beliefs when they want to rear their little heads. Once you understand that, 1, I've recognized and acknowledged those self-limiting beliefs in my life, and 2, I understand that they are not real. They're all in my head. I do not have to take someone else's opinion of me and make it my reality. You then go out and develop your new beliefs. And then 4, you surround yourself with new people that have the same beliefs as you. Those old self-limiting beliefs will start to fall off by default. Because if you continue and practice on implementing new strategies in your life, if you plan on practicing, implementing new beliefs in your life, by default, your life will change because you're doing something different. you're believing different about yourself. But you cannot go through your life and allow self-limiting beliefs to rob you of your future, to rob you of your destiny, to rob you of the quality of life that God has already planned for your entire life. I want to encourage you, if you've been impacted by self-limiting beliefs, don't beat yourself up or get discouraged. We've all been there before. But I want you to use this moment to make a decision to change any self-limiting belief that currently resides in your mind and watch the transformation that your life takes. I want to thank you again so much for watching the episode. If you found value today, please hit the subscribe button and hit that notification button so you can be alerted whenever I upload new videos. And remember to create the life you want. Now go be great. Peace. I'll let you.